Coach Shannon here from Rise Above, and I'm here to teach you how to do a stability ball sit-up. So honestly, the hardest part that I find with clients on this is finding the right place to sit on that stability ball. When doing this, you don't obviously want to be right smack dab in the middle, so you're going to want to be on the forward half of your stability ball. The next biggest thing is we want to make sure that we get those hips tucked underneath. Think of it as like you're trying to squeeze your glutes. Now, I like to start in this upright position. Now, here's the thing is, we're not gonna end all the way up here. That's where a lot of people get their stability ball sit up wrong, is that once you get this high, you tend to lose core engagement. I mean, if you can keep your ab engagement this high, great. If you can't, that's okay. But remember, we want those hips tucked in underneath. A lot of people like to start nice and high, they say, but really try to get those that tailbone tucked between those legs. I like to go hands across the shoulders. You can go by the ears. The reason why I don't like by the ears is people tend to like to pull their neck up. But let's go ahead, let's get into this movement. So, and say I've got that tailbone tucked underneath. I'm gonna go ahead and lean back over the stability ball. Now this is another spot where people get wrong, is they don't let their shoulders roll over the stability ball. By letting your shoulders roll over it, you actually continue to open up your abdomen. So let me go ahead and sit up real quick. So the thing about this is people don't realize that you're not getting the full range of motion if you don't lean over the stability ball or you extend your abs out. Think about your bicep curl for a second here, where you're bringing the arm out. It would be like stopping doing a bicep curl short versus getting that full extension on the arm. So we need to actually bend the back and say to get that full stretch of your abdomen. So let's go ahead, let's start that back over. So I've got the hips tucked underneath and I'm leaning up and over so they're tucked. And again, we're bringing we're laying up and over it. My hands are across the chest, my hips are tucked underneath me, and I'm gonna go ahead and just crunch up and say to actually about here. This is as far as you need to go. If you start to go any higher, you'll see how my stability ball moves on me. At that point, I'm actually just using my legs to finish out the exercise. We don't really want the stability ball to go forward and back like this is where we're doing it, because you've already done your full crunch. You don't need to go any further than that. So one more time, and say lying back, and say hips are tucked underneath. I've leaned up and over, so I've got that full ab extension, and then I'm crunching it up to, again, about here, because this is as far as you should be able to crunch, and I say before that stability ball starts to move. One more time, leaning it back, full extension, and then crunching it back up. And again, you don't want to do something like this, because you're no longer using your abs. You just saw I used my feet to basically push the stability ball under me to finish just sitting upright. But that's how you do your stability ball sit-up or your stability ball crunch.